Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of the Grid Gurus. And goddamn,
Yeah, a lot happened this past week.
I thought we should make an episode on Thursday,
Was it Thursday
but
or
then I was like,
Friday? I forget even.
it was it all happened on Thursday. I know because I was in
It
classes.
feels
I wasn't paying
so
attention.
long ago that it happened. Cause like after
So
that,
obviously, if you know F1, you know what we're talking about. It's the team that we're both supporting today.
Scooter Ferrari. Eh,
Lewis Hamilton is a Ferrari driver from 2025. I don't What? I was not expecting this. Wednesday, there's no way you could have convinced me that was happening. Thursday, I was just like, oh, it's just rumors. It's just rumors. There's strong rumors, but it's like, it's a joke. It's a joke. And then all the, like, Mercedes stated,
Oh
like,
my
had an
God.
announcement at 2.
And
I
then
was, like, waiting for that announcement
and then
because I was like, this is not going to
and then
happen.
there's a good like 20 minutes where no one else put out an announcement. It was just the Mercedes
Yeah.
announcement. And then Ferrari, being Ferrari, they put out an announcement on Instagram. It was just the Ferrari logo with the caption Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari will be joining. Like, what a classy way to say we stole Lewis Hamilton. No photo, no
Yeah.
nothing. Just the
Nothing.
Ferrari logo.
And then I think yesterday, Lewis,
Yeah, he no,
Lewis,
he,
gave an
yeah, it was
announcement.
very long. I read it, unfortunately. Um, but the way that Lewis left Mercedes was a little bit interesting, I'll say. Apparently Toto Wolff only
Yeah. I
found out
mean,
the day before, which
wait
was
one second.
um
Yeah, we don't know about that. We don't know if it was the day before
that's
because
what he
I know
said
I
on the.
watched an interview with
Oh,
Toto and it was
you watched
like,
the interview where he was like on the verge of tears. I
yeah, he was like we he came to my
Yeah, it
house
was like really
and
sad
we had
sounding.
tea and
He sounded like he was about to
over
cry.
tea he's yeah, because he probably was. He was like over tea we he was he was like I'm gonna leave and go to Ferrari
Yep.
for
Okay,
2025.
but
Like
what did he expect when he gave Russell basically driver number one status?
yo, can you say that?
And Russell, I'm allowed to say that that's a normal thing. He's what I thought was crazy is Lewis Hamilton.
I might censor the first two words
That's
of that name.
racist. That's
I don't
racism.
think it's
That's
racist.
racism. You cannot do that. Anyways, here's the thing. Here's my take on it. Lewis Hamilton has only driven for two teams in F1 so far total.
Mhm.
Look at other drivers. Not Max Verstappen, that's a really bad example. He's early in his career. But look at the drivers like Kimi Räikkönen, McLaren, Ferrari, Lotus, Ferrari. He's had
I mean,
a bunch of team switches. Fernando Alonso, he's driven for who? Spiker, Renault, Ferrari, McLaren, uh, Renault again, Ferrari, McLaren, Alpine, Aston Martin. Michael Schumacher, Benetton,
making
Ferrari,
Mercedes.
Mercedes. They've all driven for a considerable amount of teams. Oh, Michael Schumacher also drove for I forgot their name. Jordan. He drove for Jordan.
Jordan,
He
yeah.
debuted with Jordan at Spa. Um, the thing is, Lewis Hamilton hasn't had the opportunity. He's always been driving a Mercedes-related car.
But I think it's interesting because he's with Ferrari, he will have driven like the third like iconic team, right?
Yeah, the
Uh,
top three teams in F1.
McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari.
Maybe Williams sooner or later.
He's not gonna drive for Williams.
He might make a like I don't know. You'll have to see.
Why would he drive for Williams?
What if Williams next season they're like they pull up like they did in like '95, really fast car?
Mm,
Who knows?
those days are gone. Oh, by the way, if I sound congested, it's because I am.
This guy is sick, sick of the
But like
Ferrari.
I was not willing to skip this episode. This episode's too important.
So have you?
I don't know. Me and Aditya were talking on Thursday. Like, imagine Lewis Hamilton wins his eighth world championship with Ferrari.
Oh my God, with the Tifosi, bro. Here's the
It would go crazy.
okay. So last episode we talked about your top three favorite drivers, right? You said Lando Norris, Lewis
Hmm.
Hamilton, Charles Leclerc. Are you now
Yep.
a Ferrari fan as seeing Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc are in your top three,
I've
and they're
never
both at
not been a
Ferrari?
Ferrari fan. I've always
But it's
McLaren has
for
been above it
no. This is the worst
for
take
me
I've ever
because
heard.
Lando, my favorite driver, is there. I mean, I'm not a Ferrari. I'm literally I have Ferrari merch. I just don't have Ferrari F1 merch
You're
because it's
not
more
enough of a
expensive.
Ferrari fan. Okay, you're fake. It's fake news. This is like,
I can't be a Ferrari fan and like be ready to like hurt myself, bro.
what does that mean?
I'm not willing to go through that.
Okay, but just imagine Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari winning. I think that would be crazy considering gone 2 seasons without winning.
I think he'll win 2025 with Ferrari.
I don't know. Depends on who put.
I feel like people are discounting Lewis Hamilton.
He. No one knows the reason why he switched to Ferrari. Was it because of Russell and his efforts to take over Mercedes?
Well,
Was it because of
it's
um? s-
it's interesting because remember well, not remember, but like I was reading and I also remember thinking of this. It's like Lewis Hamilton moved from McLaren to Mercedes, which everyone was like,
Oh yeah,
what are
yeah,
you
yeah. It's
doing?"
like the year
But he
before the
moved 1 year
regulation,
before the regs change.
and
Yeah,
he's doing
one
it
year
again.
before the regs change, 2013. Is that what he's doing again? Because he's moving in at 2025 and the regs change in 2026.
I think that's just a happy coincidence considering that the regs also changed in 2022 and he didn't move, but
That's true. That's
and
true.
he did
But
and the regs were supposed to change in 2020 and he didn't ditch Mercedes in 2018. So,
I think he's just sick of Mercedes.
well, James
I think
Allison is designing the what is it,
that's
W15?
that's true, but the head of vehicle development moved to Ferrari.
Yeah, that was Ferrari's been poaching a lot of people. They think they poached a couple of Red Bull guys, or that was someone poached a couple of Red Bull guys. They got Ferrari got this head of development. It'll be interesting to see because after 2018, Ferrari was heading towards more of a we want pure Italians on the team. That's one of the reasons I think they kind of went to shit. They the old team principal got replaced by Matteo Binotto in 2019, and the car seemed good, but after that they're kind of just lagging behind. So I don't know how Lewis Hamilton's gonna fit in with all the Italians. Hopefully,
He can't speak Italian.
yeah, like you're not expecting like Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Sebastian Vettel victory radio with like "Si ragazzi," bro. You can't expect
Si
that.
ragazzi.
Oh my God. My only hope is Bono moves with him because those guys are iconic. 11 years together at
Yeah.
Mercedes.
Bono, my tires are gone.
Yeah, we are checking. We are checking.
I can't hear someone say we are checking to Lewis Hamilton.
They might. Who knows?
I swear Lewis Hamilton's gonna get like
He,
pissed.
he,
Cause
well, it depends. Freddie Vasseur and Lewis Hamilton have worked together. They've maintained a relationship, seemingly, according to I think
true. No,
Lewis.
what I mean by pissed is during the races when they screw over his strategy, he's gonna get pissed.
It depends. Either Lewis Hamilton changed and adapts to Ferrari, or he forces Ferrari to adapt to him. I feel like the latter is going to
That's what I think
happen
is gonna happen. That's what I hope is gonna
because
happen.
Ferrari kind of needs it. It's almost been 20 years. 2007 was the last time they won a Drivers' World Championship. 2008 was the Constructors, but they have been winning races. They have been in the fight. They just always end up losing.
Lewis Hamilton built Mercedes, right?
Uh, I'd say Lewis Hamilton. I honestly, here's my genuine opinion about Toto Wolff. I don't like him at all. I think he's a poser. Toto Wolff inherited the Mercedes. I'm gonna call it a fortune, like it's some inheritance thing with rich people. He inherited the Mercedes fortune from Ross Brawn when Ross Brawn took a job with the FIA. Ross Brawn is the GOAT. He's so awesome. He like every big team, he was there. He was with um, Ferrari and Franz Tost. He was with Braun GP, and he started up Mercedes. Toto Wolff, I think it was 2015 or 2016, took the helm off Ross Brawn, and ever since then, they've been at least the turbo hybrid era pre 2020. They've been having a good stream of, oh, we're so awesome, Mercedes number one. And then as soon as shit hit the fan, all of a sudden there's no rebound. Mercedes
But
won one
also,
race.
no, Mercedes would be nothing without Lewis.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think Lewis Hamilton carried the team throughout the turbo hybrid era. I don't even know what this era is called. The ground effect turbo hybrid era. Who knows?
Porpoising era.
No. I don't want to name it after
No,
some fake dolphin looking.
a porpoise is not a fake
It's like
dolphin.
a
What?
fake dolphin. Okay, dolphins are
A porpoise
better.
isn't a fake dolphin.
Dolphins are better. You cannot change my mind. If you showed a little kid a picture of a porpoise, they'd say, "Oh, that's a dolphin! Wow!" But you get the point. Don't Google it now. It's a fake dolphin. Look at that, bro. You show that to a child, they're gonna say it's a dolphin.
Okay, I guess they small dolphin-like cetaceans.
Exactly.
But it's not a fake dolphin.
Here,
It's a real porpoise.
okay, whatever you say. This is the Ferrari strategist they're talking about.
Okay, here's the thing, right? Lewis is gonna help Ferrari a lot. Here's the thing. I feel like people are discounting Lewis Hamilton. There are people I think that forget how good of a driver he is.
Literally, 2007, McLaren, Fernando Alonso, and Ferrari versus Lewis Hamilton, and he
Yeah,
still ended up
like
second in the championship.
I get really annoyed with the fact, like, okay, sure, you don't have to love Lewis Hamilton, but you have to respect the fact that he is an amazing driver. There's the same people that are like, Max Verstappen's the best driver in the world, are the same people that are saying Lewis Hamilton was only good because of his car.
I think Max Verstappen right now is overrated. Say like Jens. What makes this work?
That's a hot take,
Okay,
but like, I
th-
agree.
what makes it worse is that Jenson Button has gone on record saying that Max Verstappen is the fastest driver he's seen on pace. I don't necessarily agree, but Jenson Button
I
is
don't think that's
professional.
true.
But here's the thing about Max Verstappen. Just this whole generation of drivers, Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, Russell. Um, I'm gonna continue saying that I'm a
I
D1
feel like I gotta bleep that out. I feel like
No,
that's I can't have.
people say
I
that
feel
all
like
the
we're gonna
time.
get demonetized
We'll
if you
be
keep saying that.
fine. Um, but all these
We're not even monetized
all,
and we
all
get
these
demonetized.
guys are very close together, like speed wise. Charles Leclerc literally beat out Max Verstappen on qualifying multiple times throughout the 2023 season when Red Bull was considered to have the best car, clear by a mile. I think that people saying Max Verstappen is like way faster than all the drivers just on raw pace is just incorrect. Like we've seen days where Max Verstappen is not better. I think he's just insanely consistent. And we saw Charles
I
Leclerc
think
was not consistent in 2022. Imola, France.
I think what Max Verstappen is really good at is, yeah, consistency, and he doesn't make mistakes very often.
Hungary
Like he's
Hungary
what?
2022 was his only mistake that I can remember in
Yeah,
this
what was
era.
that? I don't remember.
He spun out of the final
Oh, yeah.
corner.
See, he doesn't like spin
And
usually. He
and he
doesn't
still won. He still won.
he barely locks up. Like he doesn't make mistakes.
Uh, so he's a good driver, but is he like
No, I wouldn't say he's just good.
No,
I'd
no.
say
I'm
he's
saying I'm not like I want to make it seem like I'm not saying he's a shit driver. He's a good driver. He's like exceptional. He's generational talent. He's just not Ayrton Senna. Oh my God, no one can compete.
in
Even
my
Senna's
opinion,
not even that
he's
fast.
not Lewis Hamilton.
We'll see. We'll see. The future can only tell.
I think Lewis Hamilton is a better driver than Max Verstappen.
I think at one point, I don't know if we've seen peak Verstappen. That's my only concern with that. If you took current peak Verstappen versus current peak Hamilton, I think Hamilton would win out, but I don't think we've seen peak Verstappen.
I think this right now, what we're watching is prime Verstappen.
I don't agree because the same thing can be said about Vettel. Vettel won all his four titles from 2010 to 2013, but Vettel was 2013 to 2016. That's when he was making the most out of a worse car. He's very rapid, besides 2014. I don't
But
know.
I don't know. Put Verstappen in a Red Bull that shit the bed.
Yeah, that's true. Even Sergio Perez won in that car, and we saw how he fared in the latter half of the season when people started
Yeah.
catching up.
So I don't
And Perez
I
is
don't know.
Perez and Mark Webber. I think they're in a very similar situation, like teammate wise.
Yeah. You see, DC drove the
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I can't imagine. Hamilton and Ferrari red right now. Oops. There's something there's something off about that to
I,
me. Like I just can't
well,
imagine it.
I don't know. You just seen him so long in that Mercedes suit. But who do you think's going to replace him in that Mercedes suit? Of course, there's a rumor going around that Alex Albon was signing a 3-year contract with Red Bull. Apparently, that rumor was false. And
I don't believe it.
apparently, this is another rumor about a rumor. We're getting into rumors on rumors, but that's just silly season for you. That was something generated by like Alex Albon's camp. I don't like calling them camps, but I guess we'll call them camps to like entice Mercedes to sign him.
I don't think Alex will move to Albon. There
Will
are
move. You don't think?
multiple
Wait, wait,
drivers that are more
wait, wait.
likely for the
You
Red Bull
said
seat.
I don't think Alex will move to Albon.
Oh, oops.
Are you
I
okay?
don't think Alex Albon will move to. I'm not. I don't think Alex Albon will move to Red Bull. There's multiple other drivers that are more
Like
likely
who?
to get into that
Oh,
seat.
but okay, let's talk about the Mercedes seat. Who's going to move into that Mercedes seat? There's obviously Mick
I
Schumacher,
don't
the
know.
reserve driver. Alex Albon's at
Here, I
Williams.
I have an article pulled up.
Um, Nick.
I have a Reddit
Some
post.
people said Nick DeFries. I don't see that.
No, Nick DeVries is not
Um,
going into
People
Mercedes.
said Esteban
Carlos Sainz,
Carlos. No, definitely not.
Fernando Alonso.
I don't know.
It's possible.
My only so wait, just list off all the drivers and I'll tell you what I think personally.
Okay, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Alex Albon, Esteban Ocon, and Kimi Andrea Antonelli.
There's no way that Kimmy gets that seat because he's way too
Yeah,
young.
he's
He
an
hasn't
18-year
he
old.
hasn't proved himself, in my opinion. What is he, an F3, F2?
Yeah, he's F2 debut this year.
Yeah, so there's no way. I like it depends on how his performances are this year, but he got to prove
Pierre
himself.
Gasly?
If it's gonna be from Alpine, it's gonna be Esteban Ocon. Toto Wolff invested a lot into Esteban Ocon. Toto Wolff basically guaranteed Ocon's return to F1, and that was because Ocon crashed into Verstappen at 2018 Brazil. Toto Wolff like that. He was thinking about the
What about Mick
future.
Schumacher?
Oh my God, the sun is ruining my camera. Oh no.
And
I'm
now we're
melting.
talking about the son of Michael Schumacher. What about Mick?
Mick has yet to prove himself. Oh my God.
What about Alex goes to Mercedes, Mick goes to Williams?
Atharv, look, my head's gone. I think.
Oh, the sun is
Oh my God,
over.
it's like. Oh.
Do you not have blinds?
Oh. Hello. Hello, everyone. I've returned. I flew too close to the sun, just like Mick Schumacher at Haas. Or wait, Alex Albon at Red Bull. Wait, whatever. You got the analogy. I'm Icarus talking to you.
The analogy was just wrong,
I
but
think this is what I think the driver shuffle is going to be like. Valtteri Bottas back to Mercedes.
no,
No,
not
no,
happening.
hear me out. He posted something on Instagram. He posted a picture of him playing darts, right? But he added the location tag. Where was that location?
I don't know, where was it? I didn't see this
It was
post.
Brackley, the Mercedes
Oh,
factory location. Now, who does Valtteri Bottas drive for?
Alfa Romeo, Sauber,
Now, who is Alfa Romeo Sauber becoming in 2026?
Audi,
Who has ties to the Audi transition?
Carlos Sainz.
Valtteri Bottas back to Mercedes. Carlos Sainz takes his seat at Stock A F1 Kick Team Sauber Thingy-mabob Jigger. That's what's gonna happen. Mark my word. It's good. Plus, Carlos
Okay,
Sainz
that's not a bad theory. What
theory.
happens to Alex Albon?
He stays at Williams and hopes that Red Bull get. I don't think Mercedes will
Red
ever.
Bull's not giving Alex Albon a seat.
They still sponsor him.
Yeah, but they're more likely to give any of their other drivers a
Who
seat.
is any of their other drivers? Who do they have?
Either one of the AlphaTauri
No,
boys, or
no, no, no.
they'll give it to Liam Lawson.
They're not gonna give Liam Lawson the seat without him. This is the
Well,
shitty
they'll
thing
give it
about
to him
how.
in AlphaTauri first, and then
Yes,
they'll push him up.
yeah. I think if they give it to an AlphaTauri, they're going to go with Daniel Ricciardo, and I dislike that. I'm a
I
D1
don't. I
Ricciardo
know you
hater.
dislike it, but like I think they're most likely is that they're gonna replace Sergio with Daniel
I don't,
purely
I
because
don't know if they're gonna replace like fire Sergio or if Sergio's gonna retire at the end of the season. I think
we thought that at the end of 2023 that he would retire.
no, but that was just a rumor. I think if he really is, if he's not in the top three of the championship this season, he's gonna retire. He's gonna call it quits. What's the point of racing if you know you're never gonna win a championship?
I don't think Sergio's ever gonna win a championship. I'm sorry.
I think I think he's very close to retirement.
I think Lando Norris has a better chance at winning a championship than Sergio Perez.
Lando Norris. How many races has Lando Norris won again? Let me think.
Yeah, but
Let me think.
who is Sergio Perez's teammate?
Let me think. Let me think. We've talked about this for longer than we should have. But that's just how this goes because the fact Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari is like Lightning McQueen going to Dynaco. That's my closest
Yeah,
analogy I could put it. It's weird. It's weird seeing him in
except
the.
it's the opposite colors.
Yeah,
Blue goes to red instead of red goes to blue.
I
But
mean
yeah,
it's gonna be weird seeing him in those colors too. I don't know.
I've seen all the photoshops and it just doesn't look
It
right.
doesn't, but we'll
It looks
see.
so weird.
We'll
Oh,
have to see.
um,
Lewis
it's
Hamilton.
such a random thing too.
You know what else was really random?
It wasn't random. Okay,
It
okay.
it was
Listen,
pretty random.
a lot of people are saying that this news was like a way to cover for something else that F1 did.
The BS that went down with the Andretti Cadillac General. Oh my!
I'm so mad about this. I'm so
Did you see
angry.
the reasons that they outlined?
No, what was it?
They said that they thought that Andretti Cadillac General Motors could not provide enough of a challenge to compete in Formula One. When we have teams like Haas on the day that they release their livery saying we expect to be 10th in the constructors championship. That's what their team principal said. We expect to be 10th in the constructors championship, and they rejected Cadillac, Andretti, General Motors, whatever, too many names. For what? They are a key part of motorsport. They win a lot.
You rejected Cadillac, General Motors, right? Andretti, the
I
Andretti
think
name, one of the biggest names in American motorsport.
not American motorsport, in motorsport, I'd argue, because Mario
Because
Andretti was a massive driver.
they wouldn't be enough of a challenge?
According to F1, and this was for the 2025
Wait,
bid.
did Haas actually say
Yeah, the
that?
team principal on the day of the car launch said we do not expect to be any better than 10th. And
Damn.
that just that every year has is like next year's our year. Next it's Ferrari mentality, I guess. But when you have teams like Haas, pseudo American, Haas is like, oh, we're the only American team in F1, and their factories based in the UK.
I
They use a Italian engine. Their team principal was Italian. I don't know this new guy's nationality.
I want Logan Sargent driving a Cadillac F1 car,
Dude,
man.
that got to be awesome. All American, all American. But
But they said that they left the door open for 2028.
that's too late.
I
Here's the thing
know.
with Formula One. The team, everyone knows where the teams should be. Everyone knows that Haas, Williams, and AlphaTauri or VCarb is going to be towards the end. Alpine, McLaren are going to be somewhere in the middle. Wait, I'm missing a lot of teams, aren't I? Oh,
F1 added they don't feel Andretti could do. Sorry, I cut you
you're
off,
good.
but they don't feel Andretti could do that given F1 represents a unique technical challenge to constructors of a nature that Andretti has not faced in any other formula or discipline
They
in which it has
have
previously competed,
LMP.
and it proposes to do so with the dependency on a compulsory PU supply in the initial years of its participation. On this basis, we do not believe that Andretti would be a competitive participant.
And Andretti literally fought back. with multiple reasons why everything they said was wrong. They did two public
So
things.
are they saying Cadillac is not like a good enough power supply?
No, they're saying that I don't know what they're saying, but I think that they're saying that the Cadillac power supply will not be ready until the 2028 power supply change rules. So they'll have to
That's
rely on
such
another
bullshit.
team.
I'm sorry, but like,
Um, but when we have teams like Audi, they're I think that they're smoking something or another. Um, it-
F1 is an elitist sport. They don't want us.
yeah,
Remember that. They want US companies' money, they want wealthy US individuals' money, but they don't care about the rest.
yeah, that sentiment is agreeable considering how this went down. They are a little. I don't know what they're thinking. Andretti would have been massive because they're trying to expand into the U.S. But
Yeah, what? Like, obviously, even okay, first off, Haas isn't an American team. It's like American by name. But like you you could consider McLaren just as American as Haas, purely because
Zach
like
Brown,
Gene Haas and Zach Brown. Like
that
that's literally the only thing tying Haas to America is Gene
no, they
Haas.
like made some pseudo factory thing in America that they don't use. That
Yeah, yeah,
where's the
bullshit.
McLaren pseudo factory, huh?
Zach Brown McLaren is more American than Haas's.
I don't know about that.
Williams is more American than
Yeah,
Haas's.
I agree with that. And
They actually have an American driver and they do a ton of American marketing.
what did you think about the Haas livery, though? I was thoroughly disappointed. Everyone's
I
going,
was disappointed, but I'm like not unhappy.
but everyone's going in this direction of, oh, we gotta go with the black livery look because we're cool, and people don't realize it's because they're trying to save weight on paint. That's the only reason.
Yeah. I mean, it's like fine though. I always liked black.
I don't know. I'm not
I think
a fan. I think it's good looking, but the 20 nothing can beat that 2019 livery so far. The rich energy,
what, the rich
the rich
energy?
energy
I
livery
mean,
was so
that
good.
was just a redone Lotus livery.
I know, but the Lotus livery is so good. The gold on the
Yeah,
black.
I mean, I want Lotus back in F1. They're just poor.
Lotus is yeah. The, the only
They
reason
don't got money.
the only reason Lotus did come back is because Renault got banned for a couple seasons. So that was interesting.
Lotus doesn't have money. Lotus
Do
stopped making electric cars.
yeah, we don't
Sorry, they stopped making combustion engine cars. They only make
we
electric
don't
now.
talk about that. That makes me sad. Lotus always made good cars, in my opinion.
Lotus made really good cars for really good prices that performed
I
excellent.
think Kimi Räikkönen's the one who bankrupted them. Did you hear about that?
What?
In
No.
2012, Kimi Räikkönen came back to F1 with Lotus, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, in his contract, he earned like a certain. I need to Google this. Um, but he, um, okay. So in 2012, he had a clause in his contract that he would, oh, what? Okay, there, that Lotus would pay 50,000 euros for every point that Kimi Räikkönen made. Kimi Räikkönen stunned the F1 world by winning races that season, placing third in the Drivers' Championship, and he cost Lotus $20 million that almost led them to bankruptcy.
20 million. That's like their yearly budget.
And that's why Lotus is bankrupt, in my humble theory. Kimi Räikkönen
Well,
is.
Lotus also just spent too much on cars that they couldn't afford to build.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But their
Like
cars
it
are.
wasn't just Kimi Räikkönen. Lotus like kind of screwed themselves over too.
I mean, Lotus is still an amazing company. They have amazing racing heritage.
They have awesome cars. The the recent, I
Amira?
think the Emira.
Wait, why are we talking about normal cars?
Hold on, I just
You love the Amira? The manual transmission. I watched a video of this guy driving the manual transmission. And man, I want that car. so
Yeah,
badly.
the Lotus Emira first edition manual is
It
fantastic.
looks like such a driver's car, and
It's a good cost too.
it's
It's
like
like less than 100 grand
if you get lucky.
if you get lucky. And nowadays it's not because it's all resale. But
Yeah.
like even then it goes up to 120. It's
It's
it's awesome.
the only downside is it uses a Toyota engine. I don't know how.
Okay, I don't consider that a downside.
No,
Um,
okay, repairability wise, maybe not.
no, even
Cool
power wise, because
engine
first off,
wise, like not. I'm saying like when you pull up to like a car meet and you're like, "What's up?" and you pull up in this awesome car and you're like, "What engine does it have?" Toyota. Like,
I don't know.
come
That's such an
on.
I don't agree with that way of
Even
thinking.
Toyota doesn't use their own engines in their like sports car.
I don't agree with that like thought process. To me, it's like can it pull? First off, they tuned the
That's
shit
true.
out of it,
That's true.
so it pulls so much more power than an actual Toyota Camry, and its handling is incredible. Like I don't know, I feel like the whole like what engine does it have and what who's the manufacturer of that engine? Like Aston Martin engines were Ford built for the longest time. That doesn't diminish the value of their V12.
No, it does. Aston Martin
It
bad.
doesn't. That's such like an elitist way of thinking.
Ferrari.
Yeah, I guess Ferrari. I guess if you're wearing it, that's.
Um, no, but remember?
Does that make my Alfa Romeo engine cooler because it's Ferrari built?
Yeah, yeah, that makes your car infinitely cooler because it's Ferrari built.
It's a Ferrari built four cylinder.
So it's a cool four cylinder.
Soon we're gonna be in an actual set.
Uh, soon I will have a real microphone.
Yeah, he forgot the microphone that I gave him.
Shh, it was a busy day, you know? Busy, busy. Anyways,
I was like, I told him one thing.
shut
I
up.
was like,
Stop
we're gonna
exposing
launch
me
the
to the
podcast in
internet.
a few
No, no,
weeks,
dude,
so
stop exposing me to the
make
internet.
sure you take your audio interface and microphone with you to UMD. You're gonna need them. So we're gonna launch the podcast in a few weeks. So make sure you take them. And
I'll
then
go home and grab him.
I call him like a day after he gets to
I thought I
UMD,
had
and
it.
he's like, "Oh yeah, I think maybe I have it." And then it comes around to the first episode of the podcast, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Tarv, I don't have the microphone."
Shut up. Shut up.
And I was like,
Don't shake your head at me. Shh. Oh, this is kind of F1 related. What do you think of the new Speed Champion sets? There,
"I'm buying."
you're buying?
Okay, I think the MP44 could have been executed a little better. I don't like the back
This
tires,
guy's a
but
hater. He's a hater.
but I am buying the set because I want it really bad. And I'm sorry, but like one of the main reasons I'm buying it is for that Ayrton Senna helmet.
Yeah, that helmet is kind of
The
cool.
helmet is awesome. I think I'm gonna pre-order it later today.
I thought you were gonna
Or
wear
not
it.
today. I'm gonna pre-order it tomorrow.
What
Uh,
about the other two sets? We have a McLaren mini
buying
F1
it.
car. It's
Although
$20
they
ish.
could have done it a little better, I
Yeah,
think.
but
But
for the price and size. And then I think they're making a big Mercedes car now,
no, their contract with the Mercedes is done.
but they're releasing one.
Really?
Yeah, Mercedes posted it on their Instagram. Um, let me pull it up if I can even find it. Um,
Like how big the McLaren one was?
it's a W. Oh, this is some off-brand website.
Oh, W14. I see it.
Yes. I don't. I think it's as big as
Oh,
the
the
McLaren.
Technic.
It's very big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like as big.
Oh, it's a Technic though. It's not like
I
the
know, but it's
McLaren.
also F1 car. I think it's very.
I don't like it.
Really? You're a hater?
I like the McLaren more.
I don't know. I don't like Technic F1 cars because they're not flush panels.
Yeah, it just looks a little wonky.
It does, but
No, I
it's cool
think
to
the more
have.
I look at it, I do kind of
I
like
like
it.
this one
But
more than the McLaren though. I'll say that. This
I
one,
don't know if I like it more than
nah,
the
I'd say
McLaren.
this one's more accurate compared to the McLaren. Um,
I don't know. I'm not buying it though.
You're not buying it. Someone's buying it.
No, I think the more I look at it, the more I like it. But at the same time, first off, I'm not spending that much money on it.
Money.
$220. Lego keeps increasing their prices.
Yeah, and I keep losing my
Um,
money, so.
and I'm not spending $220 on that
Y-
set if I'm
y-
not fully convinced on the first
Yeah,
look.
but you're spending $100 on the MP4 before and the.
80.
Yep, I said and the other set, whatever the McLaren.
Yeah, well, I'm also buying the BMW set. So,
Oh no,
what if BMW re-enters F1?
not happening. Never happening. They're cooked. They are re-entering hypercar. So is Lamborghini. A bunch of teams actually. That's interesting to see. Was WEC?
Arava's Lamborghini Gucci entering F1.
No, no. Erva, he put a bunch of videos out about the Lewis Hamilton news though.
Yeah, he did.
The neon helmet on the red suit, very interesting to see.
I would say let us know in the comments if you want us to do like 10-minute videos on very important news, but no one's going to be in the comments.
I don't know about that. They might be.
Well, then let us know in the comments if you want videos like that. We can do them. They're quick.
And Atharv can record like quick laps with the new tracks, right?
I'm not good enough. You would have to do that.
I'm not good enough. I like.
You're the only one that can do Assetto Corsa mods.
That's true. Oh my god, the sun is back. Here comes the sun. Copyright strike. You know how big the Lewis Hamilton news was?
It was
I
massive.
was.
Everyone I was shook. Okay, first off, I was like not paying attention in classes that day. I People are looking at me like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Lewis Hamilton just mo is moving to Ferrari in
No,
2025." And
that's
they're like,
one
"What are
thing.
you talking
I was
about?"
in my dining hall and they have TVs in there, and on one of the TVs it showed the news. Like, genuinely, one of the.
There were people that have no idea anything about F1, and they were like, "I was like, I'm going crazy because of F1 news right now." And they're like, "Oh yeah, Lewis Hamilton moved to
Yeah,
Ferrari, right?" I'm like,
it's like really big
"What?
for no
How do
reason.
you know that?" And it was like, "It's huge.
The post got
Everyone knows
the
about it."
post like the F1 post that they made about him got 2 million likes in like 20 minutes. It's.
Lewis Hamilton. It's like, okay, you take the most famous F1 driver, arguably, right?
Mhm.
And then you put him in the most iconic F1 team. Not arguably. Ferrari is the most iconic F1 team. It's like, of course, it's like groundbreaking news.
I don't know, man. Very interesting week. You wanna call?
This is going to be a shorter episode than usual,
Yeah.
and thank God for that because I need to edit it. It's not even that much shorter. It's 45
We
minutes.
have there's not much to talk about besides the massive news, Andretti and Haas.
Yeah,
I still think it's crazy
yeah.
that Haas decided another bad season. How much money are these guys going to waste on the team?
I can't believe that he so confidently said, "We're going to be 10th."
I mean, okay, but when you're setting that
How do you think?
expectation,
I get that, but how do you think like Nico Hulkenberg and
Kevin Magnus.
Kevin Magnussen feel when the team principal's like, "Yeah, we're gonna be 10th. We're gonna be last. We're gonna be dead last in the championship."
Yeah, but
These drivers are like, "What am I
but
doing?"
dead last in the championship doesn't necessarily mean 0 points like it did in 2019 or 2020 or even years
Maybe, but like
before.
it
Everyone,
doesn't bode well for the
yeah,
drivers.
but every team scored points last season. Every
Yeah.
driver scored points last season.
Almost, almost not, barely.
Logan Sargent, we don't talk about it. Great qualifying
He
performance of
scraped
his.
through. He scraped
But
through. Nah, Logan Sargent is gonna show why Williams chose him. This season, he's gonna go crazy. He is the 2024 World Championship.
okay, keep telling yourself that. I think it's time we cut this short.
I think it is time. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Grid Gurus. I'm not used to saying that still, but I will get used to it. Um, if you enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe, follow, whatever. If you're here, hopefully you stick around. And we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
Um,
Bye bye.
yeah, bye bye.
Wait. Bye bye.
What is
I
that?
said bye bye.
Oh, okay. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
We'll see you next week.